not about us. Not about us. Today's show is about you. Start sick questions for week 3. Get them in the chat now. We got you covered all the way up to kickoff. Make sure you let us know, is this a PPR league? Is it a standard scoring league? Half PPR league? It helps us, give you the best answer when answering these questions. But we usually like to kick things off with the actives and inactives. We had a little bit of a scare, very big scare this week with Tucker Kraft. He is going to play, though. Dodged a big bullet there. Emeka Egbuka is active. There's been conflicting reports. One report said he's not going to have any limitation. Another report saying that he's going to have his snaps monitors. Who do you trust? Tyler Warren is active. Dallas Goedert, he missed last week, but he is back this week. But on the inactives list, Xavier Legette, Xavier Worthy, Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields, Josh Reynolds, Chris Godwin, Raheem Mostert, Noah Brown, Will Shipley, J.J. McCarthy, Damian Pierce, and we already got the news that a little bit later, Juwan Jennings is not going to play this week.
I just spent the last 10 minutes before we went live taking Juwan Jennings out of a whole bunch of lineups.
Yeah, I had to take him out of my Scott Fishbowl lineup. I plugged in Mr. Bashal Tootin instead.
Nice. I've still got a slice of the San Francisco pie because in a lot of my Jennings leagues, I also have Pearsall. So I feel like I'm still, I'm still Rice-A-Roni right now.
Yeah, I made the rankings adjustment right before we went on. I cranked up the dials on Ricky Pearsall. Let's get to our first question here. This one was here a half hour before we even started the show, so we appreciate that. Start one in half PPR, Trey Benson, Bashal Tootin, RJ Harvey, Dylan Sampson, or Woody Marks. We need one of these guys. I think I want to go Bashal Tootin. Dude looked good last week, man. And the roll is going to start to get cranked up a little bit more every week.
Yeah, I think Tootin is the safest bet to get. I'm a Benson guy, but he's still kind of working his way into that. And who knows with Harvey?
Yeah.
And with the change in Cleveland, who knows with Sampson? So I'm going Bashal Tootin.
I love it. How about from Oski Wow Wow? PPR.
Huh?
Oski Wow Wow.
Oski Wow
Wow. PPR, Troy Franklin, Cortland Sutton, or Terry McLaurin in the flex. Are we in on the Troy Franklin train? Is this kind of just like
I am. I'm in on the Troy Franklin train today.
Okay. I mean, he's leading that team in targets, receptions, yards, everything across the board in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's dangerous when you're talking about teammates to pick one over the other who is, has demonstrated, consistency in the past. But so far this year, man, look, you can't trade the chemistry that Nix and Franklin built starting a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm not as confident as you are. I'm gonna go with I think I'm still gonna go Sutton. I'm gonna give Sutton another week. I still think he's the alpha, the wide receiver one of that offense. I'm not afraid of him. I'm gonna go Cortland Sutton there.
You ain't scared. I ain't scared.
How about Chestnut Checkers? He's here from Twitter.
Great names today.
I have to say, a lot of times when we post the show and say, hey, put your questions in the chat, we're going to go live in a few minutes. they actually just post it on Twitter. They don't actually come to the chat. So very much appreciate Chestnut Checkers actually coming to the YouTube show and asking the question. Bo Nix or Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones. And
I think I'm going Jones. I know you're feeling Knicks, are you not? Or am I making that up?
No, I've been a fan of Bo Nix from a fantasy perspective. It's close though. I mean, Daniel Jones has done really well. I do have Bo Nix ranked ahead. Barely though. Barely.
I've got Jones ahead of Knicks, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay. I mean, I honestly don't think you can go wrong. I think they're both top 15, top, 18 quarterbacks this week.
Yeah, I've got Jones at 11 and Knicks at 13.
It's just I'm curious to see what Daniel Jones looks like, on the road, divisional opponents. It's only been 2 weeks. At some point, there's still the risk that he's going to turn back into a pumpkin.
Yeah, I mean, it's really for him. All it depends on is not throwing the ball to the other team. Other than that, and I know that's a big that. Jones is he's a good player. He's a good passer, and he's got a little bit of rushing upside.
Yeah, well, I think Bo Nix does too, which is why I like him.
Agreed.
But yeah, how about this one from Varin? All right, we're gonna stop there. Pick one: PPR, flex, DK Metcalf, Jordan Mason, Lad McConkey. We got to pick one of these guys. You all in on Jordan Mason this week?
Oh, it's Jordan Mason's season, man.
Yeah, I agree. We're all in on Jordan Mason this week. He's going to get all the touches in that offense. I think the game environment's going to be in his favor. We got to play Jordan Mason. This is why we drafted Jordan Mason for this moment right here. The matchup is fantastic. I like it. How about from Jason? We need 3, 1 flex and 2 running backs. So let's start with the 2 running backs. Who are we going to pick for the 2 running backs here? Between Jordan Mason, Chase Brown, Tony Pollard, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne. So we need 2 running backs. So Jordan Mason and then what? Kenneth Walker. I mean, these are all 4 good running backs.
This is a really good team.
Yeah.
that much I know. Mason and half point PPR. Yeah, Walker.
Yeah, so Mason and Walker. And then in the flex, we have the other options of Chase Brown, Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, Travis Etienne.
I think we got to go with a running back still, for volume's sake. I want to go Etienne.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got to go Etienne. I mean, Chase Brown is tough. It's just how much does his role change at all with the quarterback swap?
Well, yeah, I think it depends on the game script.
Right.
And not that he doesn't catch plenty of balls, but I don't know that that they'll run enough designed plays for him, so Browning might not be looking for him.
I mean, half the argument to draft him as high as we were drafting him was that we had Joe Burrow at quarterback, who's going to be an elite offense.
Right.
I think it could still be a good offense. Jake Browning is at the high end of backup quarterbacks, but still no Joe Burrow. Chestnut Checkers is asking, need wide receiver and a flex PPR. My options are Terry McLaurin, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka. So we need one wide receiver and one flex. So essentially, we're sitting one of these guys.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna sit Igbuka as much as I hate to say that, because I'm buying the fact that they're gonna ease his load.
Yeah, if it wasn't for his injury situation, I would be probably sitting Terry McLaurin here.
Yeah,
But I mean, we have the report that he could potentially be limited, and just common sense tells us, he had what, 2 did not practice days, and then a limited practice day on Friday.
right.
As a rookie, limited practice throughout the week. There's a lot of risk that comes with that.
And they said all systems were go, and I was going to use them last night on our sleeper show. We do a sleeper show every Saturday night at 9:00. I was going to do Sterling Shepard on my as my sleeper, or one of them, last night, and then I was like, nah, they said Igbuka's going to go. Now I'm like, I could have looked like a genius.
How about more wide receiver help here in another league, half PPR, Terry McLaurin or Wan'Dale Robinson? McLaurin.
I can't get behind Mariota. I got a big problem with Mariota throwing the ball down the field. I'm not a big Wan'Dale fan, but they are running him in some different routes that he hasn't done in the past, and I like that. He's actually going down the field instead of 3 yards in a cloud of dust. So I'm going to go Wan'Dale.
Yeah, I'm going to go McLaurin. I will say some of the plays that we saw from Wan'Dale Robinson last week, we will never see from him again. Some of the downfield stuff, just not him. Oski Wow is back. Should I be worried about Zach Ertz in PPR? You just mentioned you have concerns about Marcus Mariota at quarterback. Are we worried about Zach Ertz?
No. If anything, I think it helps.
Yeah, my ranking didn't change on Zach Ertz this week with Mariota. I mean, he's clearly no Jaden Daniels, and we certainly have to have some concerns about Marcus Mariota. But this is a veteran quarterback who has had at least some level of success in the NFL. He's a competent quarterback. He's not. I mean, there's some other backup quarterbacks that come in, like, I don't know, Brett Rippon. I'd be worried about him.
He plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. You're always looking for a way to get at the Bengals.
He's the first bad backup quarterback I could think of.
Man, God, there aren't any. You couldn't throw like Mike White out there. Or...
Yeah, I don't think he has a job right now, does he? Does Mike White? I thought I saw him Hard Knocks. He got cut.
Yes, Angie, you need to change your name.
Yeah, we got some really creative ones on here today, and then we just got Angie. How about Buccaneers or Chiefs defense?
Is that
the Chiefs are playing against the Giants?
Is that Bonaparte?
I don't know how to say it. I'm not even gonna try.
My French needs work, I think. Bucks or Chiefs defense? I'm gonna go Bucks. Yeah, I'm starting them in multiple leagues.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrod Taylor, I just don't see that offense having much life today. From Terrence, we need to pick a tight end and a flex. We got Harold Fannin, who you talked about on our sleeper show last night. We got Hunter Henry. We got Bill, who's on the thumbnail. And we got Jamison Williams and Trevion Henderson. So 100% we were playing Jamison Williams, yes?
Yeah.
And in the flex, we are playing Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt. Oh, wait. Wait. No, he would be our flex. Now we got to pick a tight end. So we're going Fannin over Hunter Henry?
No, I'm playing Henry.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. I don't hate that. I think they're pretty close.
I was looking at it on a question earlier, and I like him to put up somewhere between 10 and 15 points today. Whereas I'm still not sure with Fannin. I'm just still not sure what the workload's going to be.
Yeah, I'm looking at my tight end rankings. I have them ranked back to back. I've got Hunter Henry as my tight end 14 and Harold Fannin as my tight end 15. So I'm with you there. We'll go Hunter Henry. Mr. Magic is asking Zach Ertz or Dallas Goedert? PPR.
Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, Goddard looked good before his injury. I have him ranked as my tight end 12 this week.
Although and they didn't say that he's being slowed at all by it. Like, he came back to practice and they said he's good to go. He was even traveling with the team last weekend when he skipped the Chiefs game.
How would Jordan Love or Caleb Williams?
Ooh. It's kind of a fun one. I'm going to go Caleb Williams, knowing that is the second highest scoring game, according to Vegas, on the docket. So I'm hoping for a big shootout there with Dallas.
Yeah, we did a sleeper show last night, as we already mentioned, but Caleb Williams was one of my sleepers for week 3. I've got him ranked. I've got him ranked ahead of some big names. I got him ranked ahead of Patrick Mahomes. I got him ranked ahead of Justin Herbert and Kyler Murray. He's my QB7 this week. Like you said, it's the second highest projected total of the week. They're going to probably be playing from behind. The Bears' defense is terrible. Cowboys' offense is playing pretty well. So I see the Cowboys scoring a ton of points in that game. The Bears are going to have to play catch up. Playing from behind. And it's not like the Cowboys defense is, the 85 Bears either. They just gave up 450 passing yards to Russell Wilson. So I like this as a big week for Caleb Williams. I would not be shocked at all if he finishes the top 3 quarterback this week. I'm all in on starting him this week. Yeah. Should have made that my bold prediction. Hello from Aiden. Aiden was with us last week, I believe. So what's up, guys? Need to start 3. Kyren Williams, A.J. Brown, Jacoby Myers, Cortland Sutton. I believe that's supposed to be JCM.
I think, or it's JSN.
Could be. Well, if it's JSN, you're starting him for sure, despite the fact that he's sick.
You're benching Jacoby, in my opinion.
Okay, so it's Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt.
Oh, okay. Okay, Kyren, you got to play him. AJ's gonna break out at some point here, man. I mean, I have a really hard time benching him.
Yeah, because you're gonna the week that you bench him, he's gonna go off.
Of course.
I do have concerns about Kyren this week against a tough Eagles defense, but I do think just the workload, even with Blake Corum getting involved a little bit more last week, I think the workload itself, you got to play Kyren Williams.
I mean, at the very least, if they get anywhere near the goal line, you know that Kyren Williams is probably going to get the ball first. I know Corum could sneak in.
Yeah, I agree. So I want to go Kyren. I think I want to go Cortland Sutton.
Wow.
I think I'm going to go Bill over A.J. Brown. I don't know, man. That was a tough one. I'm
gonna go Kyren, AJ Brown, and Bill.
All right, cool. How about Jacob is asking Chase Brown or Alvin Kamara?
I
Seahawks
think,
defense has been really good.
huh?
Seahawks defense has been really good.
They have. Kamara's also the only guy there.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Kamara.
It's Kamara and who? Chase Brown. Yeah, I mean, I've got them both ranked fairly highly. They're both RB2s this week. I got Chase Brown RB14, Alvin Kamara RB18. I don't think you can go wrong with either. I think Alvin Kamara is probably the safer choice.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you are projected to fall way short, I'd go Chase Brown for the ceiling. But I'm absolutely going Kamara for the guaranteed floor.
That's fair. How about Colin Talk Sports? Debo, Cortland Sutton, or George Pickens this week?
Uh, I'm I've been pushing Pickens because of that
Yeah.
Dallas game, and that's hard for me because I hate Pickens. Um, but I really like Debo's opportunity with Mariota at quarterback. I think they're going to scheme him a lot of short plays and let him run. Which could be to the detriment of Bill too. So keep that in mind. So I'm going Debo.
So I've got them ranked Cortland Sutton, George Pickens, Debo Samuel. I'm not ready to hop off the Cortland Sutton train. I want to give him another week or two. I do think if you want to play for the absolute ceiling shot, that would be George Pickens in this particular matchup. How about this one from Aiden, Dak Prescott or Jordan Love?
Dak Prescott.
Pretty easily Dak Prescott, yeah. Dak
Yeah.
Prescott thinks I got him ranked in like QB4 this week. I think a top 5 quarterback. Great matchup. I don't know if you saw there's a trend happening through the first 2 weeks. Every quarterback who has played the Bears has been named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Really?
Yeah. JJ McCarthy in week 1, Jared Goff in week 2. You might get 3 straight with Dak Prescott this week.
He's in one league. I have Caleb, and I've been pumping him all week too. And the one league I'm not starting him in. I said this on the Sleeper show last night. The one league I'm not starting him in is the one that I've got Prescott as well.
Yeah, he's a must start this week. Ayo Jackson was here last week. We appreciate you coming back.
Yeah. What's up, Jackson?
We must have gotten one right then if you came back. I need a lot of help today.
Yeah.
that was our one. That was the one we got right. No, I think we had a good week last week. I locked in running back is Jordan Mason. All right, so Jackson is smart, playing Jordan Mason.
Jackson is smart.
I need an RB2. Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Trevion Henderson.
Got to go Chase Brown here.
Yeah, I think so too. Chase Brown has that backfield mostly to himself. He loses a few snaps on passing situations to Samaje Perine, but otherwise, and we don't know how much they're going to lean on the run game in that game with Joe Burrow out. I think it's going to be a completely different game environment than what we saw last week, because I don't think the Vikings with Carson Wentz are going to have the firepower that Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars offense had last week to be able to force Jake Browning to throw the ball as much as he did. So they could lean a little bit more on the run game than we saw last week.
Yeah, I will throw the one caveat in here is that I'm assuming it's PPR when I choose Chase Brown. If it were standard, I would go Dobbins.
Big Bills guy, pick 2 PPR. It's blank. Hold on, I think you.
I'm
Down
going to
here.
say, okay.
Pick 2 PPR, Chris Olave, DJ Moore, Debo Samuel.
DJ Moore and Debo.
No. Olave and DJ Moore. All right. We got to shout out 305's Cubes. 305 Cubes, I believe he's telling us that he is coming from one of our leagues that we covered for Personalized Podcast, the Madden Bowl League.
Oh, what up, Cubes?
Brees Hall, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Brian Thomas Jr.?
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh is right. This is a tough one. I mean, it's been a weird start for Brian Thomas.
It has, and I don't really like the passing game a lot today because I think the running game is going to boom.
Do we get extra touches for Brees Hall with Justin Fields out, or does it not really make a difference with Tyrod Taylor?
See, I don't think so, and I think they're going to plan for. I think they're going to make Brees. They're going to make Tyrod, or I'm sorry, Tyrod is the correct pronunciation.
You're right. That is. Yeah.
I think they're going to make Tyrod beat him. I'm going to go Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
Final answer.
I want to go Brees Hall.
I love Brees Hall, but I'm scared. I'm scared this week.
Full PPR from Gerard. Gerard was also here with us last week, so I love seeing people who come back. I try to shout that out when I recognize people who come back to our show.
Absolutely.
Full PPR: Calvin Ridley, Omarion Hampton, Quentin Johnston, Stephon Diggs. We got to pick one of these guys. Full PPR. I think we might have steered him wrong last week. Was this the guy who asked us if Roma Dunze or Calvin Ridley or Stephon Diggs last week?
Maybe. I like how this time Odunze is already there.
Yeah, he's locked in.
You're not changing my mind on that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ridley. I've got him ranked pretty high, regardless of the fact that the Colts defense has played well, for the most part. But yeah.
What is the definition of insanity? You do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah, that's actually not true. But go on.
We're going back to Calvin Ridley because I agree with you. I'm gonna give Calvin Ridley one more week. What do we think about Hampton? Is he gonna get going?
Well, I mean, I'm just afraid that he's gonna go the way of RJ Harvey, and that the veteran is going to start getting more work, and Ramondre Stevenson with Travion. So right now I'm a little apprehensive about Hampton because I'm afraid they're going to start giving Najee the ball a little more often.
Yeah,
and they're throwing way more than we expected them to.
That is a big factor as well. I'm not quite as concerned as you are about Hampton, but I have definitely knocked him down the rankings considerably this week. I want to go one more week. Let's give Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley's gonna have a week at some point. He's had two tough matchups. I do want to say that I made a plays of the week video this week, and my must sit player for week 3 was Quentin Johnston. I know he's had a really great start to the season. And I know I've historically been a Quentin Johnston hater. Hater aside, he's probably going to see at least a fair amount of Patrick Surtain in that game. And either way, the Broncos is a very difficult matchup. I think he's going to get shut down.
Big fan of Surtain.
Isaiah, who we have also seen on past shows, Jake Ferguson or Jawan Johnson.
I'm
this is a
going
fun one.
Juwan.
Yeah, it's tough to sit Juwan right now. I don't know if this is gonna last for the whole season, but his usage is elite. He's
Yeah,
got top three tight end usage right now,
yeah.
and just ride it while it's hot. And that offense just runs so many plays. The Kellen Moore effect is real.
Yeah, this is no contest for me. Even with the Dallas and the high scoring affair, that just means that they're going to probably be able to push the ball down the field.
Yeah, yeah. Jackson needs one. Actually, no, we need two wide receivers. Ricky Pearsall, Wandale Robinson, Emeka Egbuka, or Calvin Ridley.
Pearsall.
And
Oh, we need two.
yeah,
Pearsall and Ridley.
It's definitely Pearsall. I think Pearsall is approaching must-start territory this week with Juwan Jennings out.
Right.
So for me, it would be between
Ridley and
Ridley
Emeka.
and Egbuka. Yeah, it's tough to figure out how to play with Egbuka this week with these
Yeah.
conflicting reports. It is also a fairly difficult matchup against the Jets, although he's going to be playing in the slot, so he should miss Sauce Gardner, which I mean, you could make that a case for Emeka Egbuka that we're going to get Sauce Gardner on Mike Evans, and now we're going to have more looks for Emeka Egbuka. So I do have Ridley ranked as my wide receiver 33 this week. I did knock down Egbuka. I had him top 15. I knocked him down to wide receiver 21, so I'm still pretty high on him. So I'm going to go Ricky Pearsall and Emeka Egbuka. If you want to play it safer, you can sit Egbuka, Calvin Ridley. I have no argument against that whatsoever.
Yeah, my only thing that I will say is, and it's not an argument, but just that the Egbuka news came out this morning. If they had said it yesterday, I'd be like, well, that's smoke screening. But it came out this morning from a source. And I was like, ooh, then I kind of believe it, you know?
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of reason to be nervous about him for sure. So, like I said, if you want to play it safer, definitely Ridley would be a very fine play. I think he'll have a good week.
Yep.
L. Smith 18, full PPR. Start one wide receiver in one flex. Roma Dunze, Deebo Samuel, Cortland Sutton, Marvin Harrison Jr., Bill, RJ Harvey, Zach Charbonnet, who's doubtful, and Hollywood Brown. So we got the whole team to choose from. We need one wide receiver, one flex.
I think Charbonnet is actually officially out.
Is he?
I believe so. They promoted somebody. Well, I got to start Rome in that Dallas game.
Oh, yeah. Rome's a must start here. Rome is the wide receiver, 100%.
Yeah, Rome's got to go. He has to get fired up. And
are we going Bill?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
What are you debating between Bill, Marvin Harrison, and Sutton? Well, you like Deebo more than I do, so maybe
I do like Deebo a lot this week.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I'm gonna go Deebo. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Roma Dunze and Deebo because of the different things that he can do.
All right. Isaiah's got another question. How about Dak Prescott or Drake May?
Dak Prescott today. And actually, I like Drake May this week, but I'm going Dak.
Yeah, I like May this week as well. I think I have him ranked as a top 10 quarterback, but I got Dak Prescott in my top 4. He's my QB4 this week. It's Lamar, it's Allen, and it's Jalen Hurts, and there's Dak Prescott. I mean, you could make a case for Dak over Hurts this week as well. So while I do like Drake May, he's my QB8. Dak's a must play. Dak's a must play. You got any from Twitter you want to grab real quick, or I got some from TikTok as well.
Yeah, is that it for right now? I've got some. Let me see here. Kyron or DK Metcalf?
I gotta go Kyron though.
Me too. And then I've got two that have similar questions here. Let me find them. Okay. McLaurin or Wandale in half point. He needs he needs a wide receiver and a flex. He's got McLaurin, Wandale, Ricky Pearsall, and Egbuka. You like Pearsall and Egbuka, don't you?
Yeah, I do. How about Mark Andrews or Dallas Goedert?
Who?
Mark Andrews or Dallas Goedert?
Goddard.
Yeah, I think we gotta go Goddard, which is really sad because that Ravens Lions game is going to produce so many fantasy points, and yet there's still a chance that Mark Andrews is left behind. The way things have been going with him. How about Josh Jacobs or Travis Etienne?
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs.
It's stud status for Josh Jacobs.
Would you play Ricky Pearsall or Tony Pollard?
Ricky Pearsall. I don't like Pollard's matchup.
Okay, I like Pollard, but I think I still would go Ricky Pearsall, especially assuming it's PPR.
Yeah, I think we differed on him last night on the Sleeper show.
Yeah,
and which means you're wrong.
Of course it does.
Oh, I've got.
How about this one from Zedro Martinez? Drake May or Kyler Murray?
Drake May.
Yeah, Drake May. I got him QB8, and then Kyler Murray is my QB10.
I've got McLaurin or Wandale.
Well, you know my answer is McLaurin for that one.
I'll go with you too.
Okay.
Kyron. Oh, we did that. We did that. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. How about we'll get one more. How about sit one PPR?
Wow, no rapid fire this week.
I know we didn't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we sorted it the whole time.
T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison Jr., Cortland Sutton, Ricky Pearsall. Sit one. Higgins, Marvin, Sutton, Pearsall.
Sit Higgins.
Sit Higgins. Okay. All right. It is 1:00. It's time for football. We do appreciate everybody who tuned into the show today, engaged, asked questions, especially those who came back from previous weeks. Always appreciate that. We do this every Sunday. We got content coming throughout the week. We'll be here for sleepers on Saturday nights, start sits on Sunday. And thanks everybody. Good luck.